I think we're good to go.
Okay, so we're going to start right now. This is our final dress rehearsal. We may stop and start once again, but I think we're in good shape. So what I will do is I'll come up and I'll welcome the audience and I will tell them about the class. This is the impact of radio on our lives. It's a class that's offered free of charge every spring and fall semester. We would love for you to sign up. It's Tuesdays from 1:30 to 4:30. And then what we do is we read our favorite radio scripts from the golden age of radio, and then we pick our favorites, rehearse them, and then we get to perform them for you. So you are the other half of the audience actor equation. We're very thrilled to have you here for this opportunity. We've decided to go with a cowboy theme for this time around, so we're doing some of our favorite Western scripts from the golden age of radio. And the actors will be introduced before each piece. So we also have a live band for a change, which we're thrilled to have, and a Foley table, which we are expanding. It's becoming bigger and better every year. So without further ado, welcome to the impact of radio on our lives. And what happens? What's the first thing that happens? Dwight, don't you come to the...
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't hear you say you're right. I'm right.
Okay.
Welcome to the WMCC live radio broadcast with the impact of radio players. I'm your host, Dwight Smart. Today's broadcast features a cowboy theme with live music. The live music and sound effects for today's program will be provided by the very talented Orrick Smith, Tim Griffin, Evelyn Lipson, and Garit Imhoff. The golden age of radio lasted from 1920s to the late 1950s and even into the early 1960s. And every day, shortly after sunset, America would pull up her chair to a little box and spend a delightful evening as magically fiction was made to come alive. We begin our program with one of the best-known celebrities in the 1920s and 1930s, Will Rogers. Will Rogers was an American cowboy, a humorist, social commentator, vaudeville performer, and actor. Known as Oklahoma's favorite son, Rogers was born to a prominent Cherokee Nation family in Indian Territory. His vaudeville rollback led to his success in the Ziegfeld Follies. He made movies, wrote newspaper columns, and was the leading political wit of the progressive era. His folksy style allowed him to poke fun at politicians in a way that no one was offended. He once said, I am not a member of organized political party. I am a Democrat. He also famously said, I never met a man I didn't like. Now Jerry and Anita would like to share some of our favorite Will Rogers quotes.
Never slap a man who's chewing tobacco.
Never squat with your spurs on.
Never kick a cow on a hot day.
Always drink upstream from the herd.
If you're riding ahead of the herd, take a look back every now and then and make sure it's still there.
An onion can make people cry, but there's never been a vegetable that can make people laugh.
What this country needs is dirtier fingernails and cleaner minds.
If you don't take a genius to spot a goat in a flock of sheep.
Letting the cat out of the bag is a whole lot easier than putting it back in.
If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you have to do is stop digging.
Never ask a barber if you need a haircut.
Sometimes you get, and sometimes you get got.
Timing has a lot to do with the rain. Timing has a lot to do with the outcome of a rain dance.
Never approach a bull from the front, a horse from the rear, or a fool from any direction.
Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. The Lawrence Welsh Show started in 1951 on a local program on KTLA TV in Los Angeles, California. Due to the fact that stereophonic television had not yet been invented, ABC instead simulcast the show with its radio network. Viewers tuned in on TV and radio to achieve the stereophonic effect. To make Welk's champagne music visual, the production crew engineered a bubble machine that spouted streams of large soap bubbles across the bandstand. Whenever the orchestra played a polka or a waltz, Welk himself would dance with the band's favorite vocalist, the Champagne Lady. Incidentally, the primary sponsors of the Lawrence Welk Show were Geritol, Polident, Somanex sleeping pills, and Stereotan, a laxative. As Lawrence Welk and the Champagne Lady, we feature Amiel and Dana Sharon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lawrence Welk Show. We have a wonderful show for you this afternoon. But first, a waltz with a Champagne Lady. The Champagne Lady, isn't she wonderful? And now we have three talented musicians. We have Orrick on the guitar, Evelyn on the ukulele, and Tim with the accordion, along with the Lawrence Welk Singers to sing that wonderful song, Heart of My Heart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heart of that melody, it's the favorite. Heart of my heart brings back the memory when we were kids on the corner of the street. We were rough and ready guys, but oh how we could harmonize. Heart of my heart, when friends were dearer then, too bad we had to part. I know a tear would glisten if once more I could listen to that gang that sang Heart of my heart, Heart of my heart. Wonderful, wonderful!
The Lone Ranger first appeared in radio in 1933. The fictional masked Texas Ranger fights injustice on the American Old West with his native companion Tonto. The character has become an enduring icon of American culture. The show proved to be a huge hit and spawned an equally popular television show, as well as comic books and movies. Departing on his white stallion Silver, the Lone Ranger shouts, "Hi-yo, Silver, away!" Tonto refers to the Lone Ranger as Kimo-sabe, meaning trusty scout or trusted friend. The Lone Ranger script we are going to perform for you today was originally broadcast on April 7th, 1944, and this episode called Footlights on the Frontier. The cast is as follows. The announcer, Dwight Smart. The Lone Ranger, Morris Donaldson. His trusty sidekick, Tonto, Harold Sigmund.
Oh.
Mike, the foreman, Orrick Smith. Julie, the White Hope mine owner, Lisa Illianna. Paul, Miss Julie's finance, fiance, and also the boy who works in the Busy Bee restaurant, Ruth Kadison. Oliver Hornblow, a Shakespearean actor, Pat Sullivan. Finchley, the match